Leo tunazungumzia jinsi ya kumanage salary ya 30k to 50k. What can you do about it? Ushajiuliza ama ushajipata kwa situation yenye you have a lot of months at the end of the money instead of vice versa. So unajiuliza aje, like umetumia 30 days ku make 50,000 for instance, and the same money umeitumia ama umeiconsume in a period of 13 days, 15 days, 18 days, to a point whereby by the time unagonga the next month ikifika date 16, 17 to 20 ushaanza kufikiria story in advance. So a lot of people who are employed get themselves in such a problem. So one thing you're supposed to understand, that it is not fair for you to use or to use a whole 30 days to make a 30,000 or 50,000, and then yourself you're using a very short period of time to consume that specific amount of money. I had captured this in a previous video. This is a part 2 of it. So what I mean by this point is this. What you're supposed to do is that at least let the money correspond the number of days in terms of usage. Yeah. Because one thing you're supposed to understand is that even if you were the money, would you love to stay with that person? Wewe unataka kuishi na mtu kama huyo anakuconsume to just anyhow. So the best thing I advise people is this. Immediately after getting your salary, let's talk of 30. If you get 30,000 at the end of the month, maybe after umekatwa hizo vitu zingine akina NHIF, NSSF and such kind of a thing. So if you get your salary of 30,000, the very first thing that you're supposed to do is slice a little bit of it. I would advise for 5,000. Take 5,000 uziweke kwa savings, especially kama ni sacco or a bank yenye inaweza kupea loan. I never advise people to save money because after all, saving money does not make you money. What you do if unapenda kufanya biashara, for you to increase other sources of income, what you're supposed to do, that 5,000 and you make kwa bank, you're supposed to use it to raise your capital and be able to invest that money for you to earn what we call a passive income, or the baby money, right? If you are earning 50,000 at the end of the month, this is what you're supposed to do. Slice 8,000. I advise you to save only 8,000. Just that. Back in a 42k jipange nayo. Alright? So take your 8,000, put it in an entrusted circle or a bank or wherever place you save that you can be able to acquire a loan or something of sort, a very friendly loan or something of sort. So that's what I advise people, so that you remain with that real money. Right? What I mean by real money is that kama unalipwa 50 umetoa 8 imebaki 42. So be knowing that from today me one nalipwa 42,000. So you manage yourself and budget yourself within the means of a 42,000, rather than staying there with 50,000 and thinking that you have a lot of money and you don't. Other thing that I advise people is this: do not budget, or rather do not pay loan on what we call the liabilities. Unapata mtu anachukua gari, so wewe unalipiaga gari loan. Gari does not make any income to you. You've not even lent that money. Wewe si mtu wa kahaya. You just have a car and move around from one place to the other. I understand someone will argue from the point of life is for the living. That's a fact. But one thing you're supposed to understand, to prevent your kids complain like the youths complain of today that they don't have money, the only thing you can do is to make sure that at least you direct your money to the appropriate place. Ndio umanage kuinvest, earn more money, and to a point where unapata passive income yako imefikia your conventional income. That's the simplest advice I would advise people. And then kitu moja unafaa kuelewa ni ati kuna rule huwa nafuata. 50% of everything you want unafaa kudirect kwa your day-to-day activities. That is paying house rent, your bills, your water, your whatever, clothing na vitu kama hizo. Hiyo inamaanisha, na kwa hiyo 50% rent haifai kutumia more than 30%. Kuna familias unapata rent inatumia 35%, lakini wao wanakula 15%. That is not fair. Rent should not use more than 30% or even close to 30%. It should be a little bit lower than 30%. That's the secret of surviving as far as this economy is concerned. That's what I advise people. So for where you should invest your money, that is another topic. I'll handle that topic and tell you exactly wapi mahali pazuri ambao unaweza wekeza pesa zako, so that you earn what we call the passive money or passive income, so that you can have what we call a multiple streams of income. All right? So my name is Joseph. I talk about finance, I talk about development and economy. I also spice up all things with a little bit of politics in my channel, because I believe that without politics, all other things that we are talking about, it cannot remain constant. So guys, if you love that kind of content, consider this whole by subscribing, like this video, comment down below, and share me out with your friends if you're in a position to. For now, see you in the next one.